So here we are in part 3 of the ending of the Harvest Festival. I assume in part 3 we are going to get the rankings. We're going to see where all the Misfits stand and who is getting to rank 4 and who still needs to get to rank 4 before the first year ends. I wonder if we'll see what was up with Robin and Kalego, since Kalego was, looking at Robin and Robin went off somewhere. As did Ocho, Ocho went off somewhere as well, so we'll just have to see if we get a continuation of that, or we'll see it in part 4 of the ending of the Harvest Festival. If you guys like the content, remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't. And if you didn't like the content, dislike the video, and we'll be on our way. Let's get started. Yeah, the flower never before seen. Let's go! See, look, if they wanted to fuck with us, they should have started with that and then go straight into the opening again. Cherry blossoms. A flower never seen before in this world, except for when Iruma made cherry blossomed in the second episode of season 1. Was it second? No, episode 4. Well, episode 5. Anyways. Dude, Dosa couldn't even say anything? Nafula, dude. Hey, Robin's back. Damn, dude, he's quick. He went off somewhere, now he's back. Oh. Dropped her Pocky Stick. Wow, it's even falling down here? Smile, huh? Darn it, Iruma, you spoiled it! Oh, you finally left the tent? He was watching you from under the blanket. An interesting thought, if it's Derkila. Not gonna let him say it. It's time to celebrate! Oh, rank up first, and then celebrate. Damn! Well, they're both young kings, so... Award ceremony, let's go! Honestly, dude, no fucking rest for these people. Even after the Harvest Festival ended, they still have to be up. Like, hopefully they just not let people go to school the next day. Alright, look at these two. Sabro is just sleeping through the entire thing. Oh, Ouroboros is just out here. 3 and 2? Whoa! Alright, both of them did get to fucking Dallin. Holy shit. Alakir is just frowning. I love that now that Alakir has a mask, we don't even need to animate his mouth moving, even though his mouth is open most of the time. Oh. 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 Well, you still trying to hide it, man? That beats Ouroboros. I was gonna say Sabro, but I forgot Ouroboros. Wow! Wow! He's got a rank up! Good job, Ouroboros! I have something to ask you later. Alright. Now you're gonna be a 3 guy. Sabro. Oh, he's on the rank 3. Let's go. The backhanded compliments. Of course. He's the same rank as Iruma now. Alright, let's fucking go, Clara. Everybody needs to be Dalit. Damn, they went up 2 ranks. We're not 1 anymore. The teachers are just fucking stealing each other's mics. Wow. The least amount. Oh, they're both rank 3. Congrats! Y'all only 1 rank away from Dalit. Uh-oh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay, this just can't escape. Let's honor competitiveness. My queen! Well, the animals are watching with their tail wagging, dude. They're both rank 3 too. Very nice. Look at all these folks getting up to rank 3. Oh, no hugs from you, unfortunately. Oh. Oh, she's rank 2 now. I was gonna say it's only the Misfits, but we have the Dora Brothers and Orabaz. Yeah, everybody else get fucked. So that's everybody but, in terms of the Misfits, I think that's everybody but Clara. We're having an ending of the Harvest Festival. I just lost my train of thought. It's Alakare and Jazz and Clara and Asmodeus, but, you know, doesn't care. Doesn't matter. Uh-oh. He's gonna get lectured. Well, Sabro's just getting pets. Damn, she's crying her eyeballs out. Serving them tea. These two! Oh no! Really feeling them with spite, bro. Oh, he gets to talk with Bachiko? Of course, he wants to. Robin was here. Bachiko is not your writer. They just want to talk with their master. Ooh, damn. You made me worry about you. I didn't ignore all of it. Well, you're her student, not her butler, so. The compliment you were looking for. Oh. Why did he take your crown? He already had a crown. Anybody's gonna go home? Sorry. Celebration first, and then they get to go home. The after party. I'd be so tired after this. Anything goes in the after party? Well, this is all the harvest that they've done, right? Oh, they've got the wrong... They finally found out! He can't remember. It's just like, It's just like why can't I remember the second arc? Walter Park. Looked like you were off on your own. That's interesting. You didn't catch him on the camera? Must be some powerful magic, huh? It's just Nuffalo going... Also, Nuffalo's trying to, like, put their hand behind their back, but they can't. Ooh, what are you gonna get him? Look at him with his fucking... Which dude? I'm the king and this is my harem. Mm-hmm. A lonely baby. Oh, oh. They're just practicing. What's with this hairdo? Look, you have to look good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The poor brothers. Oh, oh, my queen. Uh-oh. Enter your country. Guys, the LARPing is over. The LARPing session is over, everyone. Stop. The poor guy. I'm gonna go complain. All the Misfits are coming together. All of our ship will eventually return to your harbor, Dosa. Finding their presence. Okay. Okay. Well, they all did great, so. Mm-hmm. It's their time to celebrate. They get a passing grade. Of course he won't. Everybody's here. Nafula's having a great time. And now he's over here like, shut up, every one of you. Oh, they're all touching you. Was that him getting struck by the lightning? Send me a message if you get lonely. Really remind him that he's got friends. Oh, everybody's here. Davide. For very, very, very long days. God, after the fucking festival that they just had? Macadamia nuts! Whoa. Chaos. Like it usually does? Will it stay like this, huh? Now here's the after party. There's so much. The after party, goddamn. Ooh, alright. Give him a hug while you're at it. A title sequence. Very nice. Wow. Is that the end? It is. But we've got, you know, the Tsukima left. Alright, I need to mention this just so I don't forget it later on. But, you know, when Iruma and Lead was in their young king outfit and they were going up to Sullivan, right? And they were doing this. I when they did this, I thought they were like taking off their crown at first. I was just like, what are they doing? But they did this, and then they did this, and now I'm just like, okay. When did they learn this? But alright, now that I've said that, I'll probably forget about it. Alright, well, I got to see a part that I wanted to see, which is Kerori finally getting off of her high horse. And being like, oh shit, dude, that whole thing that I've been doing, very embarrassing. Extremely embarrassing. She was just on that fucking high of being a queen. Oh, dude, fucking great. But we did get just a slight little talk about, you know, Ocho, because it seems like Robin was out trying to find Ocho. And it's just like when it's the same thing as... Did we ever learn that, actually? Did I say a spoiler, Max? It's just staring a picture of him and Amity when he was... Oh, shit, it's just Amity when she won the Harvest Festival. Damn. What his glasses broke? Did he just realize something? Like the fact that Iruma had also won the Harvest Festival? Okay, well, we'll watch the preview when I get to talking about the manga stuff. So let us get back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 18 of Iruma-kun Season 3. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a nice, you know, part 3 to the freaking the ending of the Harvest Festival. Don't worry, we'll get a part 4 even in the next week. It is technically the end for Iruma and his friends, you know, they're all getting to go home and rest and all that, but, you know, the arc in general for the Harvest Festival, I feel like, has not really... I mean, it has ended, technically, and then we're gonna... Anyways, whatever, in terms of technicality and logistics and all that, I'm not gonna fucking talk about it, but overall, you know, I think I already talked about my thoughts on the Harvest Festival in the previous episode, if you haven't seen that yet. So I'll just leave all that there behind. I will say, I remember how funny it was in terms of when the Harvest Festival was ongoing. I remember how frustrated people were with Iruma. I was thinking about, like, when he was eating his ingredients and him just fucking around, people are just like, what is Iruma doing? Why isn't he doing anything like other shonen protagonists? I remember that. I feel like that shit happens every fucking long arc, I swear. Like, every time we have a long arc, people are just like, when is this arc ever going to end? And then when the arc ends, people are like, I thought it was pretty nice, you know? I thought it was alright. It's my favorite part whenever Iruma has these long arcs. It's the same as like the last long arc that we had, you know, the Heartbreaker arc. Where people are just like, it's going on for so long, I just want it to end. Anyways, going to the beginning of the episode, and with the legend leaf making flowers that has never seen before, that's never seen before in this world, bloom, which is the sakura tree, the sakura blossoms. And it's an interesting bit because when Iruma and Lead also, but Lead didn't see it, when they grew the legend leaf, he saw, or he heard, Derkila, and Derkila says, so it's you. And so that's an interesting bit, and we've learned a little bit about Derkila back in season 2, where, you know, everything that you see in the demon world is Derkila's creation. Derkila is the demon world. You know, that's what Sullivan had said before. And so when you really think about, like, and also the Six Fingers, you know, the demons that wants to go back to the way demons were before, they don't like this new created peace and this order that's happening right there. They want chaos. It's an interesting fact that Derkila is the person who brought them this world of peace and or not particularly peace, because I feel like there's like a battlefield that's happening that we don't know about, you know, where Sergeant Furfur is out and about doing shit, you know, they're battling somewhere. So it's not particularly peace, but I think it's more peaceful than it used to be. And so there's also order and structure as well, you know, with the whole ranking system. So it's interesting thought that here is Derkila, who has all these who has created the netherworld like this, and when we have Iruma who's looking at all this, he kind of ends up comparing it to the human world, where, you know, we've got all the battlers, and he's just like, oh, so it's like clubs for school, or with the I forgot what it's called, the dodgeball game, you know, where they're explaining how the dodgeball game became a dodgeball game, how, like, you know, previous events and all that. And then Iruma realizes, oh, this is just a dodgeball game. Or even with the end of Terminus and how the demons, you know, how the demons end up creating the end of Terminus, with, like, the Demon King fucking stressing out for like 30 days because he's been overworked, and then that's why we have this 30-day of we have summer break for school and all that. So it's an interesting thought that Derkila possibly could be someone who, or at the very least, have taken information from the human world and then placed it onto the demons, and that's how he created this world. Because as Sullivan said, you know, there could be two paths, and the Demon King could say, go forward, and the demons will dig a new path. You know, will dig a new path in order to create this vision that the Demon King wants. So, yeah, it's an interesting aspect, and it just gives you a little more thoughts about Derkila, because we've been hearing about him, and since season 2, we've seen a little bit more about him as well, and we know that Sullivan used to serve Derkila back in the day, before he disappeared. And then, of course, you know, there's Ali and all that, Ali cred, Derkila, and then going back to the legend leaf making cherry blossoms bloom, and it being the flower that no one's ever seen before, but Iruma has already brought this flower in to people, so it's not exactly the most surprising thing. But also, when Iruma was trying to talk to Sullivan about, like, hey, isn't this flower blossom, isn't this flower from, I would assume he was just going to blurt out that it's from the human world, which, you know, it's kind of odd that he was very surprised that he was just going to say that, but, like, Sullivan kind of just cuts him off and just doesn't let him say it, and just kind of like, all right, we're gonna get into the award ceremony now. So it's an interesting tidbit whether, you know, you feel like Sullivan perhaps hiding something from Iruma, and, you know, because we still have that thought of Opera asking him in the beginning of season 1, where Opera said, you could have chosen any demon to be your grandson, but you chose this human instead. Why did you do that? And then Sullivan was just kind of like, well, you'll figure it out eventually. And I believe that was like episode 11 or something, after the Execution Cannonball. There you go, the dodgeball game. I think it was after Execution Cannonball when Opera was like, oh, I understand now, Sullivan, I understand why you have chosen him to be your grandson and all that. So it seems like there's perhaps a grand scheme of it for why Sullivan chose Iruma in the first place. And we kind of perhaps do see it, as some other people had said before, it's always lively around Iruma. And also, that other talk, I just realized, that other talk of the Legend Leaf, and how the Legend Leaf is talking about how stupid the trial is in order to get the Legend Leaf, and that the reason for this trial was to find the least demon of all. You know, the demon who is not like other demons. And here we have Iruma, who is a demon who's not like other demons. So, very interesting, very nice. After the Sakura Blossom, we spent a good chunk on the rank advancement, and I think I already said it, all of the Misfits but 4 had advanced. And it's kind of an interesting bit with Asmodeus, but I'll go into him in a bit. But we've got, you know, our 3 Misfits who didn't rank up. Very interesting. But I guess Clara really didn't do much. She was just out here playing with animals and all that. So she also didn't have as much points as Elisabetta, so I guess I understand that. But she was also ranked 3 at the time, so she probably would have done something, should have done something more. Anyways, we've got Jazz and Alakir who are still in the same rank, and I think Jazz is in rank 3, so he should be fine, and Alakir is also in rank 3, so they should be fine. So it's kind of a nice way for Nishi to be like, all right, everybody except, you know, for some are all in rank 3, and now the next thing that they need to do, everybody needs to get to rank 4, you know, because we've got 3 people at rank 4, and a majority of the Misfits are in rank 3, and there are, you know, some folks who are in rank 2, like Elizabetta. It's, it really is a nice way for Nishi to use the ranks and how these characters operated. Again, with, like, Jazz and Alakir, who were both already Gimel, rank 3, so it was understandable that they got fucking booted off in the beginning of the, not at the beginning, they were the first Misfits to be hunted and all that, so very nice, very nice. And then, of course, we got the ending of the Harvest song, where we see montages of the master coming in to, you know, talk to their pupils, be very happy about them, and unless it's Sergeant Furfur, who just made fun of his pupils, because, you know, they were supposed to win, but they were the first to get taken out. So it was just Jazz, but you know, it's very nice to see the master being proud of their pupils and all that. And of course, we got to see Iruma and Bachko with each other, and Bachko, who is very proud of her student. It's very nice. As I mentioned, you know, she said that if you didn't win, you're going to be my servant forever. You're going to be my butler forever. But here she says, my dumb student. So he has gotten her approval, and that he is her student for forever, I guess, until, you know, he surpasses her or whatever. But right now, he is her student, not just some fucking servant, as was shown back in, you know, the first episode of this season. We also have the scene where Lead and Iruma are sitting on their throne, you know, they're the young kings, except Iruma just is just holding on to you know, his harem. Holding on to Clara and then Asmodeus out here. But it's also nice to see that he's like, well, after this Harvest Festival, I've finally come to understand myself a lot more. And, you know, with his trauma and all that, and him realizing that he can and will get lonely if his friends aren't here. And that's why he's a lot more attached to his friends more than ever. And it's just a very nice thing, because this is something that we saw back in, like, season 2 after the Iruma-kun arc, and how clingy Clara and Asmodeus are, but also that's usually how they always are. They're very clingy to Iruma, and Iruma has always been receptive of it, but like he's always been alright with it, but he's never been to the point as he is now, where he's like, yeah, I do want to be close with my friends, and I'm choosing to be close with my friends instead of just letting them cling on to me. So it's a nice, you know, character development for Iruma. You know, I said that I was going to talk about Asmodeus and how he didn't rank up, and then I just completely forgot. Well, speaking of Asmodeus and how it's a very interesting bit that, of course, it's going to be hard for him to get out of, but with season 2 and the Walter Park, and we had Sabro coming in to lecture Asmodeus about, you know, how stagnant he's been, and how he hasn't really been improving, because all he's really been doing is putting his resources into Iruma. And, you know, don't you want to improve yourself if you're trying to be his halberd? We have that whole talk, and we have Asmodeus finally training himself in order to be better for Iruma, you know, in order to be his unbreakable halberd. So we have all that training for Asmodeus, and he is getting his little bit of character development. But not to say it all went down the drain, but it kind of goes back to that point where he does put a little bit too much into Iruma, that it doesn't really register in his mind that he should improve him. He should be more about himself and improving himself for the sake of Iruma. At the same time, he did prove that he is Iruma's unbreakable halberd. You know, it's kind of like that thing where it's that feeling of like he did do what his ambition wants him to do, but at the same time, his ambition of wanting to be Iruma halberd is still holding him back, because as Kalego said during the award ceremony, if he didn't forfeit it, if he wasn't disqualified, you know, if he didn't do that fucking shit that he did to Orobas,
he could have gone rank 5, but because of him wanting to protect Iruma, that held him back from getting that rank 5. So either way, you know, he's very happy to see that he's in the same rank as Iruma now, because before it was Clara who was just like, yeah, you're in the same rank as me now, Iruma, but now it gets to be Asmodeus who's like, yeah, it's me, I'm the one who's right next to Iruma. So it's a nice and interesting tidbit for Asmodeus. And of course, we finally got the misunderstanding out of the way between the Doro brothers. Yeah. It's very interesting that the Doro brothers, despite having mistaken Sabro and Asmodeus for for having their master, they got along well with these two. But then when they actually got to meet the master of their master, Alicare and Jazz, those two were not anything like the Doro brothers expected at all, I would assume. So it's very interesting to see, because in comparison of how the Doro brothers sees General Furfur and how we saw, so I keep calling him General, Sergeant Furfur. They're two very different things, and it seems like Sergeant Furfur had taught them a different side, you know, where they're more combat based, it seems like, but they're also manipulation tactics and all that, while Sergeant Furfur had taught Alicare and Jazz the more onset of espionage and manipulation. You know, manipulation have to be in there somewhere, but it's like the duality of teaching that he has, because when he was teaching the Doro brothers, they were on a battlefield, so he had to teach them some battle related stuff, and you know, he's probably different than he is. He's probably different on the battlefield than he is off the battlefield. So it's an interesting takes on the teachings that he did in these two separate group of students. So it's very nice. I like that detail as well. I kind of went out of order, and I think I talked a little bit about the whole stuff with Robin and Kalego and Ocho and all that, but I also can't. I kind of stopped at a point, because I was just like, did we learn about it yet? About Walter Park yet? I can't remember. But, you know, if I have anything else to say about the anime in general, I'll write it in the description down below. But I'm going to be talking about the manga now, so that'll be fun. If you're anime only, you know, feel free to stick around. If you really just want to spoil yourself, I'm going to talk about a bunch of spoilers. Okay, anyways, before I forget, again, that whole thing with, like, the masking of the horn and the masking of the mouth, is that just them saying, yes, we are going to get a ball episode? I swear to Christ, we are going to get a ball episode, right? Because that's when they actually explain to us what that gesture is. So, like, they did that gesture, and now I'm just like, they have to show the ball, right? Because they have to tell us what this fucking gesture is. At the very least. I don't know. Now I'm just over like, I expect a ball episode now. Give me the fucking... Give me this fucking rank 1 demon. You fucking anime, you better do it. You can't just show me this fucking feature and then just be like, yeah, it's there, you know, whatever. Read the manga if you haven't. Okay, now that I'm in the manga section, I do want to watch the preview. Still can't get over the fact that he's just staring at a picture of Amity and his glasses break. What are we supposed to interpret that? Okay, so it seems like we're going to have an episode of the teachers partying, so that would be nice. I assume they're going to continue talking about what was happening with Ocho, I assume? Yeah, so it's just the teachers right now. And then we get to see some relations. Okay, so we are going to see... Oh, that's going to be fun! Oh, Ocho just... Damn, look how cool Robin looks. Oh, that's going to be exciting. Okay, so we're going to get the teachers. That's always nice to be able to see the teachers interact with each other and see the interpersonal relationships that the teachers have with each other, because as we see, Dali and Suzy, they get along well with each other. Well, since this is the manga section, I actually can't remember whether we were told yet, or is the next episode when we're going to get told that Dali Sensei is the person who taught Kalego when Kalego was still new, you know? I can't, God, that's the hard thing about, like, being a manga reader sometimes, is because, like, everything all just meshes, and I can't remember whether we had talked, because, like, I'm trying to talk in anime terms only, right? Because I don't want to spoil people. That's the one thing I don't want to do, but sometimes I feel like I might accidentally do it anyways, just because I can't remember. Just like this one part of Walter Park, I can't remember if we've been told about it in the anime yet. Did we? About the fact that they can't... Oh, they did! They did! Oh my god, they did! I just remembered now. Okay, well, I should have talked about it. Oh well. Cause see, the one thing I thought about was, I thought that we weren't talked about, the Walter Park wasn't talked about in terms of people couldn't remember the Six Fingers, but they did mention that. Okay. Okay, I didn't do any spoiler, thank goodness. But with Ocho getting shot, right? Are we going to see, like, towards the very end of the episode that Ocho is just coming back with, you know, fucking blood all over him, just being super pissed that he got shot? And then that's when we'll see, you know, Ball and Ami, you know, Kiriwo. Is that going to be towards the end of the episode, or are they just going to be like, no, this is gonna be the next episode? Well, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see, because, like, I personally feel like, I think I mentioned this before with Kiriwo and Ball, well, Ball confirming and then Kiriwo finding out that Iruma is a human. That's when I kind of conclude the end of the Harvest Festival. I don't know if you feel the same way. I don't know if that's how Nishi had segmented it as, but that's how I think when it comes to the Harvest Festival. And then, you know, we just continue doing other shit. If we're going to end it like that in the next episode, yeah, I would assume if we're going to do that, then yeah, it's part 4 of the ending of the Harvest Festival. Sick, dude. Multiple parts. But, if that's going to be that, you know, we're going to end, or I assume they'll do that towards the end of, like, episode 20 or something. You know, if they're not going to do it for the next episode, for episode 19. I would assume so, because that would be a nice place to end, because then we'll have episode 21 to focus on just the random stuff to happen, and then, you know, we'll get the announcement that, hey, we need everybody to get to rank 4 for the music festival, and you guys are going to need to focus on 2 specific people. You know, Elizabetta, and who's the second guy that they need to focus on? Ooh, that's gonna be so exciting, dude. Like, all I want to see is Person, and then I just want to see Person just fade away. That's... They're just like, whoa, this guy who's been in this class this whole entire time just fades away. But with the teachers and all that, right? In episode 19, they're hanging out. I assume perhaps in episode 20 we will have the fucking Ball episode. I mean, we're getting close to the ending, and, like, we haven't gone it yet. So, like, I would assume it might be episode 20 if we're gonna be mainly focusing on the teachers. But also, I just realized I just realized we still haven't gotten the episode with Asmodeus going into his, Iruma and Clara visiting Asmodeus's house, so that has to be episode 20 or 21. Well, I mean, again, we don't have a lot of episodes left. So, you know, playing this guessing game, it's like, it's a 50-50 on which one it's going to be. But I wonder if they're going to merge the episode of them visiting Asmodeus' house along with the Ball episode. I'm still assuming they're going to put the Ball episode in somewhere. So I wonder if if we're going to have that or not. But, and if they're going to merge it. I also wonder if we're going to visit Asmodeus' house on episode 21, because that'll give us, you know, that whole lesson of sometimes friends do keep secrets from each other, and it's better off if they keep the secrets from each other, you know, or it's okay to keep secrets from each other and you don't have to say it. Well, we'll just have to see. It would be a nice way to end episode 21, end the season with, you know, Iruma finding out how important his friends are to him and how lonely he can get. And then with him perhaps feeling like, if these are my best friends, I should tell them the truth, and then finding out that it's okay to have secrets. So, I don't know. I'm going back into logistics again. Oh my god. But, yeah, you know, it's very nice. It's, I enjoyed it, and that's going to be it for me. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Except it's not manga related stuff, because like, what if anime people click on it and they see it anyways? Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.